All right, hello. This is just getting you started here on the trip flight free response question. Similar to before, you can start by reading over the PDF, right? And I would read through it. This one's got a lot of directions and actually makes up 3 separate classes. You only have to write code in one of them, but there's actually 3 different classes in this one. There's a time class, and all it really does is have a method that returns the difference between 2 times, like how many minutes apart they are. So you have the time class itself and then another time coming in. And we don't really know how it's worked, but it basically just turns an int that returns how many minutes difference there are. Um, and then let's see. So then there's a flight class that's made up of just 2 different times, a departure time and arrival time. Right? And again, you can get the difference between 2 times using this method, how many minutes between them. And then a trip is made up of flights. So you have an array list of flights that makes up a trip. And each flight, again, has 2 different time things, a departure time and arrival time. So you'll be doing get duration of the flight. That's a method inside of the trip class. And then you'll do also a get shortest layover method inside of this class. So if you are writing it out, again, you can just write out on your piece of paper this heading and then fill in the code from there. And then part B would be the same thing, write out the heading, fill in the code, take a picture of those and turn them in that way. Or if you want to type them out, this one is a little bit harder to type out, the setup. What I ended up doing on mine was I made a flight class, and I just had it return 2 times, and I just, they're not actually accurate times or anything. I just made it so it would actually compile. And then a time class, I just made a basic time class with that method that doesn't really do anything, but I just did this so it would compile. You don't have to get it to compile. Honestly, this would be one where I would just make a trip class, make the array list of flights, because you're going to need that in your method. And then you'll have a bunch of stuff that won't compile, like it won't know what a flight is, because there's no flight class unless you make one like I did, right? So honestly, I would just do the code and have it have red errors and not worry about it too much. And then again, you'll be filling in these 2 methods. So type the headings as you see them in the PDF, and then fill in the guts of the code. I did make a helper method that calculated a layover between 2 flights. I use that in the get shortest layover. You don't have to do it that way, but please know you can use little sub methods on the actual AP test if you want to do that. So yeah, I think that's all I got for this, the setup of this one. As always, you turn it in either in your Google Drive folder, or you can upload it here. Again, you can take pictures of it if you wrote it out, or upload the actual .java code if you typed it out. So that's all I got. As always, reach out with questions.